tights, two tights. Four down. Alert.
Great.
Sponge.
Hey, get right there.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's it, baby.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Fight to the 3.
Check.
Great.
Off play action, Newton. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Come on
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch one.
Hey!
We got trips.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He drops it off for Bernard. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Four down.
Great.
Switch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mike 55.
Here's Newton.
Ready?
On the screen, Bernard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come.
14, Friday.
90 is a Mike.
95.
Hey, let's get this.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's second down. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down. Check three. No. Oh.
Now the rookie first rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
90 is a mic.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, 14.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
18.
Check.
12.
Here's Wilson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check 51. Good, 12.
Check three. Check 50.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left.
Here we go.
And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with a flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
Check.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jack.
No gain on the play.
Rush in.
They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Tight left. Hey. We got
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Option.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Right there.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And the Colts coming out now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
Yay,
left.
more football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Great. Kill. Turn up. Hey, get right there. You go tight.
This is Ajayi. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Shift. Fight 33. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Fight 33.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Come on now. Great. 24. Check 24. Hey.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here we go. Strong right. Hey. Great. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Shift. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Let's go get another.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
check. 4 down.
Tight. Green 80.
Shift. Deuce.
Good. 12. 12.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Zebra.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Tight. Wide 90.
Hey. 4 down.
On second down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down. Hey.
Tempo, baby. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Let's get it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Out.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first,
14,
now 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Tight. Green 80.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Tight end's right.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight end left.
Gun.
On first down, it's Newton. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set. 180.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Eight.
Right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right.
Do some.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
20.
To throw again. Newton. He's going to air one out.
Oh, here we go.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Three down.
Come on, tempo.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle there to Terrence Newman. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Be ready for one word.
Let's go, Mike 50.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, 0.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Julius Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They run with Ajayi. Oh, a nice spin. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
3 down. Hatchet. Gun.
They snap it to Newton. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Newton. Steps away to his left. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nickel. Gun. 20.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
That's rock now.
4 down.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vernon Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
Number 15, waiting to return.
Returning it, John Ross. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
14, front it.
Joker.
19.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in the...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
4 down, check.
315. 12.
26, check 26.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Julius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
20.
Newton on 1st down. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his big receiver, Robinson, for the Jacksonville touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got it.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. On first down, Newton looking deep for Gabriel. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second and 10, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 40's Mike, right?
Great.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
We got 4.
Tight. Green 80.
A handoff to Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go. All go special. Tight. Blue 15.
3 down. Hey, watch 11.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check three.
Tight. Blue 80.
Hey, man.
Here's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Great, great. Great.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Here we go.
A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
180.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Gun.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Trips over here. That's overload.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Tight. Green 80.
He's coming.
Front it.
He's coming. Double up.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
12. Tight. Wide 90.
Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check the
12.
slam.
Tight. Blue 15. Bang out. Fan. Check 50. 18. 18.
Wilson wants to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And out across midfield down to the 45. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go get another one.
Wilson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Tight. Blue 80.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.